Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. 3 tips to live in the end. Hey guys, hope you all are well. And in this video, I will be sharing 3 tips through which you can live in the end better. And these are 3 things that I myself use a lot of times, and sometimes I give them to clients based on what their situation is. What I would recommend is, before getting into these 3 tips, I will explain a few things that you should take into account before understanding which one would work best for you. Of course, like I have shared it in a lot of my videos before, and I'm going to say it in this one too, it's not possible for me to tell you exactly which one would work for you, or even if you should do any of these at all. Because a lot of times what happens is that you are in need of a different technique and or a different way of thinking, and you are doing something else, and that can only increase or decrease the level of resistance that you are developing against that thing. So let's get into it directly and stick around to the end. I will share all these 3 techniques with you. Okay, so before getting into this video and understanding which technique you should use, understand what living in the end means. Living in the end is the only prerequisite to get what you want, but it's not as easy as people make it out to be, especially if there is a topic that you want to manifest where you have a lot of resistance involved, where you have a lot of fears, where the past is difficult, where the circumstances are difficult, not because those circumstances matter, but because you are going to react to those circumstances differently, right? So for example, if I'm someone manifesting a relationship and I have a very bad past with relationships, and the person that I'm manifesting a relationship with is someone with whom I have had a very big history, where I've already preconceived assumptions and notions about that person, about relationships and about things in that side, then of course it is going to be slightly difficult for me to be able to imagine a better future with that person, because resistance will come up. Now, that does not mean that you cannot do that. It just means that you will need to focus on dealing with that resistance first. Before getting into the end result, understand that everything that we do is eventually to get you to the end result. But a lot of people ask me when I give them their routines and plans, that why is it so focused on the end, like the me part? Why is there nothing related to the person that I want to manifest, or why is there nothing related to the things that I want to get? I even posted a success story recently on my page. The video on that is pending and it will come very soon, but that person shared a very good feedback with me and told me how when we were working on her SP manifestation, that throughout the process till now her SP has came back. We haven't done a technique for her SP because her issue was not the SP. So the first step to go into this direction is to identify what my issue is. Let's understand how you can identify what your issue is. So let's just pick one statement. Let's say the statement is, I don't feel prioritized by my SP because he does not call me, right? Now let me explain that there are usually 3 different kinds of responses I get to this. Right? When this statement is here, there are 3 different ways to look at this. The first set of people will focus on because he didn't call me, right? If you are someone who is focused on that, then that means that you have attached your worth and the process working out to that, which means for me, that call represents his interest in me. But that call representing his interest in me might be because I am over expecting that call, which means, let's say I'm expecting them to call 24/7. That might be my insecurity. Or maybe we are not in that dynamic yet that call will naturally come. So if I'm in no contact right now and I have connected my worth to that call and connected the process working out to that call, of course it's going to be difficult for me, right? So if you are in this category, your issue is that I'm too over focused, too hyper focused on the how, and I'm over analyzing the how. So maybe I should focus more on removing that part of the equation out of it. The second kind of people are going to be people who are going to be focusing on that he didn't call me, which means I think that my assumptions about him are different. Now, this can be true or cannot be true. A lot of times our assumptions about people are made based on our assumptions about ourselves. So let's say my assumption is that people don't generally reach out to me first. Then it's of course going to be difficult for me to believe that this person will reach out to me. So if I am in that regard, I should be focused on myself. right? And if I am someone who is focusing on it from that side, then primarily self concept should be the focus. But if I'm someone who has focused on my self concept and I believe that there is no issue in me believing that this person will call me, then it's just about this person. Then what that means is that around the general topic of humans and people and everyone around, I believe that of course I'm worthy. It's just that I have a different story for this person. So I would have to focus on that. Then the third kind of people are the people who focus on I don't feel prioritized. That is a very good place to be, because then you are taking responsibility. This is where I would ideally have you be. This is where you are taking responsibility that, hey, me not feeling prioritized has nothing to do with this, has nothing to do with the process. Now, if you're the third kind of person, where, and I will give you the techniques, what I would give to my clients in each situation. If you're the third kind of person for whom the contact or something like that has become the priority, for you, living in the end should be focusing on myself, working on my self concept to a level where I'm not worried about this person reaching out or not, right? Where in my mind, I don't care if they reach out to me, because that is not my metric of success. My metric of success should be how much do I put myself first, how much do I work on myself, because for me the byproduct of that would be me letting go of the attachment with that call. And like, of course, when we let go of the attachment towards something, that thing works out. Now, if you're the second kind of person for whom the issue is that my perception about him is the issue, or my perception about myself in relation to that person is the issue, I would primarily focus on living in the end through inner conversations. It's because here what usually happens is when we have preconceived notions about someone, we are naturally having too many conversations about them, either with them or with someone else in our mind. So for example, if I have an assumption about my girlfriend that she does not call me enough, or that she does not care about me, probability is that every time a circumstance happens where she either does not call me for whatever reason, I am already fighting with her in my mind, or I'm already telling my friend that, hey, you know what, she did not call me this time. So here my way of living in the end, and a very good way for me to focus on that, would be to have inner conversations either with a friend with whom I can just tell them that, hey, our relationship is going great because we are in consistent communication, or with that person where we are not fighting, where the conversation is, I'm so glad that we are having regular conversations now. I'm so glad that we are in regular touch now. Let's say you are the third person who has taken responsibility and for whom they have worked on feeling like a priority. Their self-worth is not connected to the specific person. For you, a very good way to live in the end, of course, there are other ways too, but a very good way that I have found out of living in the end is to consider the future as the past. Let me give you an example. Let's say it's my birthday today, right? And I am without my person and I'm just feeling slightly down. But I have already focused on my self concept and everything is going good. I would let's say it's my 27th birthday, right? I would imagine me having a 28th birthday with that person, and we are connected, we are having a good time, and we are together, and I am doing things that I want to be doing. And I'm imagining as my 29-year-old self. I know I complicated it a little bit, so let's declutter this. If I am in the now, let's say the now is the current moment, I am imagining the future as the past. So I'm saying that, oh, it's so amazing. I'm imagining it's so amazing that we spent my last birthday together, but that last birthday is in the future, right? So for example, I want my person to reach out to me or be in a relationship. I am already imagining that memory of us being in a relationship as a past memory, that we have already done that. So this is not a point of living in the end. This is a point beyond that. So if I'm imagining, this is what Neville Goddard said. He said that if you're imagining marriage, imagine a ring on your hand, because that ring is past the point of the end result. It's not the end result happening. It's past the point on the end result. By that time, you're already someone for whom getting that result is very natural and normal. So if I would imagine being in a relationship with someone, maybe I can imagine celebrating my first anniversary together and having a memory of that. And that feeling of remembering that memory is my living in the end. So I'm not imagining it as something that is going to happen or that is happening right now. I'm imagining it as something that happened in the past. So that has already happened for me. It's something that I'm beyond. It's something that my mind already considers normal, right? I know that this got slightly complicated, so I will just give you another example, one for money and one for a relationship. So if I'm, let's say, in the money example, I'm imagining having that money, and I have already worked on my self-concept part. This one is for people who have already worked on the self-concept part. What I would imagine it as is that, let's say I'm wanting $10,000 in my account. So I will imagine having $10,000 before, because now it's even more, right? So now I will, how my imaginal scene can look like is that I am talking to one of my friends telling them, hey, remember when I only had $10,000 in my account? So do you see what I did there? I made the $10,000 such a natural thing that now I'm so beyond it. And now that is something that is very normal for me. Let's say I'm imagining a relationship. This can be an anniversary scene where I'm imagining that, oh, we are already together. Remember how our marriage was. Remember how you proposed me back then, right? So that takes me to the place where that relationship part is already done. I'm not as excited because it's normal for me now. I've already experienced it, and that's how living in the end can be. I know video was a little complicated and I tried to make it as easy as possible. Sometimes the difficulty with this is that I am trying to make it as easy because you are the one who will have to pick and choose from here, right? Because I cannot give you a very specific advice through YouTube. So if you want specific advice, you can sign up for one-on-one sessions, or you can check my Instagram. I do a lot of Q&As there, and I have a lot more posts there than YouTube. So you can actually see if any of those resonate with you. And I would see you guys in the next video. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.